You're listening to Talk About It Today with Mo Steagall.
Oh, no, I can't say that one.
You can say it on here.
I can. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Giving you hot topics and cool solutions.
What do men really look for in a woman when they're looking for a potential mate?
Innovative, cutting edge, and up close with the people.
You've never been married, sir, so are you a virgin?
It's the people's choice. Talk About It Today with Mo Steagall on Blog Talk Radio. Now let's talk about it.
Lights, camera, action.
Front page headline.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Please welcome to the show, author, speaker, and mentor, Joe Washington. What's up, Joe?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I am doing fantastic, man. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We appreciate you stopping by and taking time out your schedule to come by and sit down and chit-chat with us, man.
Well, not a problem. Happy birthday to you, too, my friend.
Hey, man, thank you so much, man. I'm getting younger and younger by the year, man. So, you know,
That's
I'm blessed.
Right. That's right, my friend.
So let's jump right into it, man, and talk to the people about your journey, man. Tell the people who Joe Washington is. For those that may not be familiar with your speaking and your travels, tell them, who is Joe Washington?
Well, I tell you, man, you know, once again, thank you for having me on the show, and thank you for all your listening audience that are tuning in today. You know, I've been blessed, man, to be able to be in a position to be able to wake up when I finish sleeping, to travel the world, to speak and to challenge individuals to begin to participate in their own rescue. And that just excites me because I'm not the typical rah-rah guy. I don't believe in all the rah-rah stuff. I believe that you've got to have messages that, you know, people can begin to use on a day-to-day basis. And then I also believe that you got to be a product of the product, you know, to turn your average into awesome. And what I did was I took the word average and I created the 7 steps that would be necessary for you to live the kind of life that you've always wanted to live, to do the things that you've always wanted to do. And I took it from just my own personal experience, man, of just living an average life. I was an average guy, working an average job, getting average pay. I was working a job that was paying me just enough so that I wouldn't quit. And I was working just hard enough so I wouldn't get fired. And
wow.
I just decided that, you know, again, my family was suffering behind me just staying average and not really, you know, I wasn't willing to get away from the crowd. I enjoyed being around the crowd because there was no responsibility on me to do anything other than that. So I created these 7 keys, Mo, as you know, to turn your average into awesome, and from the letter and from the word average. So the first key is adopt a positive attitude. If you're going to break the spirit of average and wake up when you finish sleeping and enjoy life the way that you would like to enjoy it, you're going to have to adopt the right attitude. Your attitude is going to have to be healthy, it's going to have to be vibrant, and it's going to have to be exciting, because people want to be around people who have a positive attitude. And as you know, Mo, in my book, I talk about if you take the word attitude and you count it numerically within the alphabet, it comes out to exactly 100. So the letter
Wow.
H being the first letter of the alphabet, the letter T being the 20th letter, comes out to exactly 100, that word attitude. But knowledge comes out to 96, and hard work comes out to 98. So although
Wow.
you have the knowledge and you're a hard worker, it is your attitude that's going to determine your success or your failure. And then not only do we need to adopt a positive attitude, the letter V is that we must value our time. We must stop giving our time away to people that we think are more responsible than us. We must understand that if we're going to break the spirit of average, we must begin to move opposite of the crowd with our time. Now, for those individuals that live in Atlanta, Georgia, if you go to the Cheesecake Factory tonight at 8 o'clock, I guarantee you're going to be waiting about an hour. But if you hurry up and get down to the Cheesecake Factory around 5 o'clock, they got a already waiting for you. Why? Because you've decided to move opposite of the crowd. So if you're going to become an average breaker and break the spirit of average, not only do you need to adopt a positive attitude and value your time, the letter E is that you must enlist the help of a mentor. You need a stretcher. And I don't mean a stretcher that takes you into the hospital, but you need a stretcher, somebody that's going to stretch you and not shrink you. Somebody's going to make you better and not make you bitter. But somebody's going to have the emotional integrity, Mo, to be honest with you, to let you know that if you continue to do what you've always done, you're going to continue to get what you've always got, because insanity is doing the same things over and over but expecting different results. Your mentor will get you closer to your destination a lot quicker than you would trying to do it on your own.
So you talked about, you just said two things that I want to touch on. Explain to people what that wake up when you finish sleeping term means.
Man, I'm telling you, Mo, I get up, man, when my eyes open. No more alarm. No more having to push out of bed. No more going down 75 and 85 and 285. No more of that, Mo. Nobody telling me I got to be to work at 7 and then I can take lunch at 12 and then I get off at 5 and then I go fight traffic for another 2 hours. And then they told me that if you don't come back the next day, we're not going to pay you. I decided to position myself while I was on that 9 to 5. I knew what my assignment was, so I decided to position myself when I got off at 5 o'clock to start working my assignment. And as a result of that, I'm able today to wake up when I finish sleeping. If I go out of town and I decide I don't want to come back the next day, I want to stay extra 2 days, Mo, I can do it. I ain't got to call in sick. I ain't got to ask nobody to, can you work my shift for me, yada, yada, yada. I decided that waking up when I finished sleeping was something that I wanted to do.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Okay, we have a question. Let's see here. Okay, somebody says, ask him to expound on the in-between.
The in-between, what do you mean? I'm not really understanding the question.
All right, hold on. Let me see here. So when you made up your mind to go for something and you face opposition, expound on the in-between. When you're in between deciding that you average is no longer what you want to live and you want to become awesome, how do you deal with that in-between, Joe?
Oh, I got you. Well, you know what? You just first of all, you make a decision. You decide that leaving your average life and going to the awesome life is non-negotiable. So no matter what comes up in between that, you're going to stick to the plan. And that's why I'm saying that, because I had the in-between stuff when I was writing the book and people were betting against me and said that I wouldn't. Many times I wanted to quit, man, and just give up because it was a lot easier to be average. It was a lot easier just to be mediocre. But in between that, I'd already made a decision prior to setting my goals and prior to going after what I wanted. I had already made a decision that I wasn't going to quit because in between, you're going to have haters. In between, you're going to have the naysayers. In between, you yourself going to want to quit. In between, you're going to find a million reasons why you should quit. But what you do, you make a decision not to quit because here's what it is. Your goal, your assignment has to be bigger than who you are. And not only does it have to change your life, but it has to change the lives of others that you come in contact with. Because if what you're trying to do only changes you, then it's not a big enough assignment, and you'll quit at any given point. So that in-between is going to come, but let in-between come, but don't give up. Don't quit. Don't cave in. Stick to it, and I guarantee you, at the end, you're going to see the magic that's all behind this.
Okay. Call us up if you have questions, 347-826-7120, 347-826-7120. You can log on right now, MoSteagall.com, and click on radio show to listen live and join us in the chat room to ask your questions